Yeah, but and something else that's really important, we train outside by the beach, which is the most amazing thing. So amazing. I don't even know, we were supposed to go to the gym today just because of scheduling wise, and me and my husband were like, oh really, we're gonna go to a gym? Because we just have so much fun. He teaches, he's taught us about stargazing, which I haven't worn sunglasses since I met him. Neither has Bobby, really, very rarely. And talking about harnessing the power of the sun, and then he talks about spirit breaths, which is like breathing in the Holy Spirit. And I got to tell you, his workouts are probably some of the hardest I've ever done, but I don't know, I have tremendous energy, and I feel it. Don't get me wrong, I definitely feel it. You know, you're working, but it's just it's a complete difference. You just have to experience it. I mean, it's one of those things you just kind of have to experience, because I'll just keep going and going, and sometimes we train for like 2.5 hours, and we're going, we're doing it, and we're like, okay, what's next? What's next? And it's so much fun, just so much fun.
Tell me about your diet before Marcus and the diet.
Yeah.
You know, how has he affected your habits that way?
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm still transitioning, you know, baby steps. And that's why it's so great that I can get this stuff delivered, or like he brings it to our sessions, and that's really, really helping the transition. And I'm actually going to take raw food classes with Angelic Elise.
Great.
Yeah. And so she's going to teach me how to make it all on my own. But in that transition, until we do that, the fact that I can just call them and I put my little order in, and so that's been amazing. Bobby and I had experimented with being vegetarian before, but then, you know, you kind of go back and forth. It's just kind of starting to bringing it into your life. But I'm so excited to learn about raw, because it just makes sense. It's common sense to me. If you read it, and it's like, yeah, we get if the fruit and veggies are grown from the sun, and all of it just makes sense. I'm not versed enough to share it, but so yeah, I'm really excited to.
But it feels like the right combo to you.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about, in comparison to other trainers you've had, how he really stands out, do you think?
Yeah, definitely the fun factor. Like I said, it's one of the hardest workouts I've ever done. And I've done track, gymnastics, cross country, dance. I've done pretty much everything. You know, I had 3 older brothers, and I was a bit of a I'm definitely feminine, but I was a bit of a tomboy too. So I'm like, I want to try everything. So, but definitely fun. He really knows what he's talking about, and so it's like a wealth of physical knowledge, you know, just of how the body works and how we assimilate foods, and just his thirst for learning about raw food now is amazing. That, you know, it's literally like it's like you're getting the mind, body, and spirit all in one session. And so obviously he knows what he's doing physically, so we're doing that. As we're doing that, he's feeding our mind like positivity and love and spirituality, and you know, so that's that level, you know. And then food, he talks to us about food, and it's like it's just the most amazing experience. I feel so lucky. I feel very, very blessed.
Now, how about that important after workout massage?
Oh yeah, that's my favorite. The standing, and oh yeah, hello, and then we get massaged afterwards. You know, yeah. So my husband and Marcus were standing on me, massaging me. Yeah, that sucks. So I get all this yummy food. So he shows up with these amazing raw, and I'm not exaggerating. I'm not kidding. Those shakes that he shows up with are better than any protein shake that I've ever had, because the protein shakes for me, I used to drink them, but they're heavy and gritty and kind of too sweet for me, but I'm like, okay, this is healthy, and just drink it down. And then I didn't really like it, to be honest with you. These are like, it tastes like sweet, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like just raw sweetness. It's so good. It's like nature, what nature intended. And so I drink one of those, and it's nice and light, but it fills me up enough to where, you know, I don't feel hungry, and it sustains me for a whole entire workout. And like I said, sometimes we train for 2.5 hours, and I'm not hungry, and yeah, those things are amazing. I don't know what they put in those, but they're amazing. So, okay, he shows up with that, right? He's got this big smile, a positive attitude, right? Then we start training, and he, so far that we've been training with him, he switches it up every time, so it's exciting. And, okay, so then you have that, and then he's feeding our minds with all these amazing things, and we're chatting and sharing ideas, and, yeah, and then, oh yeah, and then you end with a massage. So him and my husband are like walking all over me. I just, yeah, can't even believe it. And then he has the knowledge about, I had a hamstring, something funky was going on with my hamstring. And normally the old, you know, me would be like, darn, I'm out for a while. Or even I would talk to a dance teacher or a trainer, and, you know, they would just kind of give little things. But he like got in there and literally did something about it. He's like, okay, yep, we're going to work on it. And like, so now he didn't even stop there at the training. He's like, he goes above and beyond to be of service. And like I said, I feel very, very, very lucky and blessed. And so the last session, or it was 2 sessions ago, he worked on my hamstring, and he was doing this, the standing massage. And the pain in my hamstring, because at first I was like, oh, I don't know, it's kind of sore. He said, no, I got to work it out, trust me. And I was like, okay. Sure enough, he walked on it, and it like went away, it like melted away. I was like, oh, it's gone. And since then, I haven't felt it, literally. So.
Wonderful results.
He's like the magic trainer.
Well, speaking of results, tell me about your energy level.
Oh, yeah.
You're an actress, you need a lot of energy.
I do, I do.
How does that affect your work?
Yeah, just everything. Yeah, energetically, it's been amazing. I mean, the fact that I'm doing this writing class and the way I'm dealing with my fears and things like that, I think definitely has a direct, there's a correlation from what I'm learning from Marcus, because he's, you know, even teaching us about like the spirit breath and sun gazing and just different things, just those kinds of thoughts consistently, you know, of course bleeds over into the rest of my life. And so definitely energetically, just as far as like of my goals of completing things that I'm doing right now, it's helping me tremendously. And then I just feel so strong again, because I kind of fell off for a while. Again, I was a gymnast, and I always had a really strong core, and I just kind of had been feeling disconnected from that. And he works my whole body. Our whole bodies, just craziness. And so I just feel a lot stronger. And so of course, you know, physically, mentally, all of that, it just affects the rest of my life.
Now we met Bobby. We'll get some more words from him. Yeah. How do you feel working out together?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, we're buddies. We're partners. Anyway, we love to do everything together. But the way he trains us together is really pretty amazing. He had us doing, again, talk about fun. Well, I mean, you could look at it 2 ways. At first you're like, what? You want us to do what? But then when you're doing it, it's so much fun. He had us in the sand in Santa Monica. Okay, check this out. He had us put each other on, piggyback?
Piggyback, yeah.
And walk through the hot sun in like high 80 degree weather.
Come on, show me how you do it.
And at first, you know, and then Bobby did it. You know, he's strong, you know, so definitely. And on the way over, he's like, "You're screwed, dude. You're screwed." And I was like, "Hey, don't put that on me, right?" But then when he put me down, I was like, "Yeah, oh my God." I kind of laughed at myself, like, "There's no way." But then I said, "Okay, my spirit." I used to, you know, the star guy stood there, and I was like, "All right, son, you gotta like electric car." I'm like, "You got just to fill me up, right?" Because I got something to do. And then the spirit breaths, and I just got really focused. And so that's one of the main. That's something I'm definitely seeing. He's teaching me how to meditate and use my breath during workouts. I don't think I really so much did that before. And I put my husband up on my back, and I carried him all the way from, I mean, it was quite a distance.
About a football field in length.
I'm like, how in the world, you know?
You can do it.
Will you please give the lady a hug?
And so,
This is we'll talk about compliments.